yeah, having discovered that strategy against Medusa, it kind of impacts the rating that I gave all the characters. Each color that you see here, from top to bottom, it basically represents each character I went through the stage with, like, in order. So let's see how much it impacts each character's rating. Now be prepared, I'm going to go into detail with every single one of these ratings. So, Trevor's run of this level, I originally gave a 6 out of 10, but now I've lowered it to a 4, and Medusa actually contributed a little bit to that rating, so having discovered those two blocks in which I can stand, that makes it a little easier. The only reason it's still a 4 is just for those birds. The birds are just the most random enemies in the game, and there's nothing I can really do about that. So, 4 out of 10 for Trevor's run. As for Grant, I keep his rating exactly the same because even if you're playing casually, you can just stand. You can just climb on the ceiling that's right above him right before the fight, and you can just rain all those daggers down on him. So there's nothing too much that lowers the rating. In fact, nothing here, because the fight's already easy enough for him. For Sypha, there's no way that she can really cheese bosses, so I just give her a 2 for that. I mean, it's the same thing as Trevor, so not much else said there. And her lightning attack just kills enemies like they're nothing. As random, as scary an attack as that is, it still kills bosses very quickly. And since they're like bigger targets than regular enemies, it's not that big of a deal. So 2 out of 10 for Sypha, and 4 out of 10 for Grant. As for Alucard, I didn't really change his rating that much. I only lowered it 1 point. And the reason being is just that hard mode is the only option for him in this version of the game. And I do not have any patience to go to the US version of the game because it would require me to go through the mummies from the US game, and they are just a lot tougher. The tissues come a lot faster, they move in wave patterns that are pretty tough to avoid. And maybe I play the Japanese version for a reason. And yeah, the 7 out of 10 rating instead of an 8 out of 10. I mean, Medusa, the only reason it gets lowered is the same reason as Trevor. Because, I mean, there's only one boss in this game I face with Alucard, and that's Phantom Bat, but we don't see him here. So 7 out of 10, there's still so much shit he has to put up with in this level. In the hard mode version, he has to put up with all those ghosts, he has to put up with the multiple birds. I mean, there are several enemies out there to kill you, the multiple bats too. So yeah, that place still is brutal for Alucard. So 7 out of 10 for this guy. It's a little easier, but not by much. I mean, I knew about this trick for a while, but I'm pretty sure I would not expect the average person to recognize this Derp with Medusa, and that actually lowers the rating quite a bit since he's one of the most random bosses in the game, if you don't know the strat. So with that, I think we've officially put Castlevania 3 to a close. It is one of my all-time favorite Castlevania games out there, and we are going to head to the Game Boy games. I was originally considering not going to do the Game Boy games because I played the first game and the control is a little wonky. So I'm going to have to get used to that. If there's anything I'm not looking forward to in this game, it's the jumping. It is much worse than any other Castlevania game I've played. So, stay tuned for when that happens. But for now, this is TF32 signing out. Have a great night, and I will see you very soon on the Game Boy. Peace.